Okay, let's talk about credit. Your credit score is a numerical expression of your credit worthiness, or in other words, your likelihood to repay a loan. You want to make sure that you're monitoring your credit score because unless you're going to be paying cash for everything in life, you're going to need fairly decent credit in order to borrow money. Fairly decent in the mortgage industry would be at least a 580. With a credit score of 580 or higher, you would be able to qualify for an FHA loan, which requires 3.5% down payment on a house. There are 5 categories of information that go into determining your FICO score. A FICO score is basically the industry standard as far as algorithms for determining a consumer's credit score according to the information from their credit report. The first and most important category is your payment history. You want to make sure you're making all of your payments on time and in full, meaning at least the minimum payment required. I just like to get all my accounts set up on auto pay so that I don't have to worry about anything except for making sure there's money in that account that those payments are coming from. The second most important category is your account balances. You want to make sure you don't have too many credit cards or have them all maxed out and raise your debt to income ratio because that's one of the things that lenders are going to look at when determining if it's safe to loan you more money. You don't want too much of your income going straight towards paying down debts. The third category is your length of credit history. There's not much you can do about this one except for if you don't have any credit history yet, then it's a good time to get started. The fourth category is your credit mix. This just means the different types of accounts. So it could be credit cards, various types of loans. No, you don't need one of everything. And the last category is new credit. It just means new accounts. You don't want to open too many new accounts at one time because that can negatively impact your score as well. So your FICO score is a summary of the information found in your actual credit report. You can get a free full credit report directly from the credit bureaus once every 12 months. There are 3 credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, that all of your credit information is reported to. There are 4 categories of information that you'll find in your credit report. The first one is just your personal identifiable information. So this is things like your name, employment information, social security number, birth date, addresses. And while this information doesn't affect your score, you still want to make sure that it's correct in the report. The second category of information is going to be your credit accounts. This is reported directly from your lenders, so it's going to be information like the type of account, the amount borrowed, the account balance, and the payment history on that account. The third category of information is credit inquiries. So when you apply for a new loan, you're giving that lender permission to inquire about your credit score or your credit report. And this is where it's going to show up in the report. You want to make sure that any inquiries you see in your report were actually authorized by you. And the fourth category is public record. So here you'll find information like if you were to file for bankruptcy or if you have unpaid debts that got sent to collections, they'll show up in the public record part of your credit report. It's really important that all of the information in your credit report is correct because you want to give lenders an accurate estimate of your credit worthiness. If you see things in your report that don't look correct, you want to make sure that you dispute them right away because it's going to take time for them to be corrected. For example, this is my folder from having my identity stolen, and it's years of communication with me and the credit bureaus and the creditors and all the information that I needed to remove from my credit report because it was not authorized by me. So it takes a long time and a lot of discipline to build good credit, but it's definitely well worth it.